We're about to install the Hamilton upgrade kit into this Subaru Legacy. Check it out, this is brand new Apple CarPlay. We've loaded it onto this vehicle, completely changing the look and feel. Let's dive in and get started. Before beginning the installation, we're going to go ahead and power on the vehicle, shift it to neutral, make sure your parking brake is applied, and turn it off. Now it's very important you open up the hood and disconnect the battery to make sure power is off to the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and remove this trim panel here. You can reach under with your fingers, and we're going to simply pop out. This trim panel is stronger than it looks. Then reach up the side, pop it free, and come up on this side and pop it free as well. Be gentle with it, take it off, and set it aside. With the trim panel removed, we're going to take out 2 Phillips head screws. It's best to use a big Phillips head screwdriver. These screws will not be in very tight. We will loosen and remove these screws, set them somewhere safe. Take a towel to protect your hands, then you can reach under this climate control panel, and we're going to pop it free on both sides. Now lower it down, and we'll disconnect this harness here and set the panel in a safe place. With the lower trim panel removed, we're now going to take out this upper trim panel that includes the air vents. You can use a pry tool to get in from the side, and then move up along the bottom, popping this panel free. Once it is free, simply pull it down, and we'll disconnect and remove this harness that has the hazard light connector inside. Set this panel somewhere safe. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, we're going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws holding the factory head unit into place. Up top here, we will remove these 2 Phillips head screws. As you take out these screws, set them in a safe place. With all 4 screws removed, support your hands with towels. We'll take the head unit straight out, and we will disconnect all of these harnesses behind it. You can simply press down on the tab for these and slide them out. These larger ones can be a little bit sticky. Make sure as you're doing this that you're protecting the head unit from scratches. If the clips require extra force, make sure you're applying force only to the connector, not to the wires. This one you'll wiggle side to side and take it straight off the back. We can now take this unit into the workbench, and we'll complete the assembly process inside. We're back here in the Hamilton Motor Company shop. We're about to install the Hamilton upgrade kit into this Subaru factory head unit. By installing it directly into the head unit here, we're going to give you factory grade graphics. I'll show you something that's very important. See how it says Fujitsu on this sticker here? It's going to say it in this small, almost cursive text. Every or almost every Subaru owner in the United States for a Subaru Legacy is going to have a Fujitsu system. We're going to ship you a Hamilton upgrade kit by default that is set up for Fujitsu. If you have a very rare one made by one of the other radio companies, you see Subaru contracted out the making of this head unit to multiple companies around the world. If you have one that is imported or perhaps made by a different company, just let us know when you get to this step and we can help you out with a different circuit board. But every Subaru in the States is going to have a Fujitsu head unit here, and we can show you how to check on your head unit if you'd like before you purchase. All right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to lay down some towels and we're going to begin taking this unit apart. First, let's unbox the new Hamilton upgrade kit. We're going to ship this to you with an outer box. This is going to be the inner box. You can see that keeps it extra safe in shipment. We sell one of these for every version of Subaru. If you don't see your version on the website, just reach out to customer service. This is going to be your sticker. That's yours to keep. You can scan this manuals page here, and this will take you to the manuals. It will show you both how to install it, but as well how to set up the audio and how to configure CarPlay and Android Auto. You can set that aside. Of course, also it has our customer service contact should you need us. This is your warranty certificate. We can always look up your warranty by your name, but if you want to fill this out and send it to us, or fill it out and keep it in your glove box, you're more than welcome to do so. This is a testament to the Hamilton guarantee. It's a top-of-the-line 3-year warranty backing your system. Here it is, the Hamilton upgrade kit. Yours for the Subaru is going to have only 2 ribbon cables, and they'll be a gold color. It won't look quite like this. The rest of the metal enclosure will look absolutely identical. This is your Hamilton sticker here with your unique serial number that is saved to your name for your warranty. These are your ports where we're going to plug into your factory wiring harness and for your antenna here. These are your dip switches. It dictates how the unit appears on your screen. These are going to be preset for your unit. Do not change these. We ship them as they need to be for you. This is going to be your wiring harness kit, and it's going to connect into your factory Subaru wiring harness and then, of course, into the Hamilton upgrade kit. You can see one of the things about our wiring harness, it will look just like your factory grade harness with the premium protectors and the foam. We use a manufacturer for our harnesses that also produces harnesses for OEM vehicle manufacturers. So these are going to be absolutely top quality harnesses. Of course, this is going to be your antenna for wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. You're going to plug it onto that antenna port there. Let's go ahead and we'll dive in and get started with the installation. We're going to begin by removing a few Phillips head screws holding the brackets in place. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to take 2 small guys, 1 and 2, and 2 more under here, 1 and 2. And we're going to keep the unit laying on some towels while we do this to protect it. We'll go ahead and get started. For these, they can be on rather tight. It's very important that you use a big screwdriver. The big screwdriver will help you get more torque, and it will prevent you from stripping the screws. If you strip one of them, I'll show you a trick. So if you strip one of these 4 screws, what you're going to do is you'll leave that one for the last one you remove, and you'll take off the other 3. Then what you would do is just grab under this bracket and move it a little bit, and that would loosen the stripped screw enough for you to pull it out with your screwdriver. If you start to strip the screw, do not keep trying to go with the screwdriver until you loosen it through that method. I'll show you on this side as if I did one. You can hear that nice snap as they pop loose. Let's pretend like I just stripped this screw a little bit. So I'm going here and it's starting to strip. What I'm going to do is I would stop using my screwdriver, then I would come under here, I'd go just back and forth with this trim, just like that, loosen it up, and then that'll make it even easier to take out. Come back with a smaller screwdriver here. Take these out. Set these in a safe place so that you don't lose them. The Subaru installation is one of the easiest. It's actually quite a bit easier than the Toyota. With all 4 of these removed, we can now begin separating the radio from the screen. See these tabs here? You can just reach in with your fingernails. You can also use a credit card. It's going to be a little bit like a game of whack-a-mole. As you start to loosen these, you don't want the other ones to be reconnecting. So I'm just popping them loose just a little bit. I'm going around the screen. I'm holding it right here, so this is hanging down. I'm letting gravity do the work. I'm just popping these loose a little bit and letting the radio just kind of shimmy out. Boom. Now, when you've got it like this, do not yank it away, okay? There's going to be a ribbon cable connecting it. See this nice gold ribbon cable? Gold is the color that Fujitsu uses. You're going to take your fingers, reach under this tan bar and lift it straight up just like that. I use 2 fingers to lift up and I use my thumb to support it from behind. You don't want to just yank it up and pop it up. You want to do that lifting and supporting motion as you bring it up. Now we'll disconnect that ribbon cable, take the screen assembly, set it somewhere very safe, and we'll continue working on the radio. With the screen removed, let's go ahead and take out the rest of these Phillips head screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using a small Phillips head screwdriver. We're going to keep these in a separate pile from the others we just took out. The best tip I can give you for these, apply downward pressure as you start to twist off. So let's say I want to take this one off here. I'm going to first push in, and it makes it easier to twist off. Pressure in and twist off. With 5 removed, let's take the bracket. We'll remove it there. Now we're going to take this ribbon cable out entirely. We've got this tan bar here. We're going to do 2 fingers under it. It's a little harder to get a finger behind it. The best you can, support it as you lift up on the bar. Then we'll take this ribbon cable out. We will not be reinstalling the factory ribbon cable. You can set it aside somewhere safe, put it in a small bag in your glove box, somewhere you won't lose it. I've got my Hamilton upgrade kit here for the Fujitsu Subaru. We're going to take this module and we will line it up flush, face to face with the radio here. We're putting it on the side opposite of the big sticker, okay? So I'm going to put it just like this. And then what you can do, you can either use a piece of tape, is what I like to do, or we can take just one of these screws. And we'll just tighten one of these screws on here just to hold this module in place while we work. We are now going to install one of the Hamilton ribbons into the original ribbon cable here. You can note the quality of the ribbon cables that we used. You see these 2 tabs on either side? These will slot into their respective holes. And you can use your fingers to guide it in. There you go. Once they're flush like that, see how both of these are flush? You can no longer see the circuit board through it. We're going to check and make sure that that black line is parallel to the connector. You don't want to have one side hanging out like that, okay? Or even see how one side could hang out like that. You need to make sure that both sides are fully flush. Then you can come back with your thumb and close that bar. We're going to check again now to make sure that the black line is parallel to the tan line. We can now go ahead and begin buttoning up the system. We'll flip the head unit on its back with the ribbon cables facing the sky. Put the ribbon cable through this kind of square-shaped hole. We're going to line up the original bracket here back onto its screw holes. You'll feel it settle into place. The ribbon cables will come through this slot here. I'm going to begin putting these screws back in. Folks ask me, is it bad that the ribbon cable is going through this slot here? Is it going to damage the ribbon cable? The answer is no. Ribbon cables are designed to go through paper-thin slots. This is exactly what they're for. So if it was a wire, we'd be worried about it, but this is exactly what the ribbon cable is made for. So it's going to be just fine. You're not going to hurt it at all. We're going to go ahead and tighten these Phillips head screws back into place. This unit is not going to be subject to heavy forces, so don't worry about over-tightening these screws. All right, with that complete, let's connect this ribbon cable to the screen. We'll put the unit back together. We're going to set the screen flat on the table here. We have this bar open. Now take your head unit. You can move it very close to the screen. We'll take that ribbon cable and we'll do the same process. With these, the black side is always towards the sky, metal pads towards the circuit board face. We're going to line up the 2 tabs on either side. Look, we don't have it quite yet. See how there is still space showing? I'm going to make sure that that fully slots in, just like this. Now this circuit board's nice. It has this little T here and here where you can see when that black bar is flush on either side, it lines it up for you. It's really a great design from Fujitsu. We can go ahead now and close the tan bar. We're going to check and make sure that the black line is parallel to that tan line. Looks good. Now I can pick up the radio gently, keeping it within the range of the ribbon cable. Line it up here, and simply snap it into place. We'll go ahead and put the 4 screws back on, and then we can put the brackets, take it back to the car. We can take these Phillips head screws now. Don't tighten them all at once. We'll put all 4 of them in, and we'll tighten them a little bit together. The Hamilton bracket is going to add a little gap, but it's going to be just fine. All right, we have finished our installation into the factory head unit. We're going to take it back out to the vehicle, and we'll put it in the car. All right, we're back in the vehicle. Let's wire it up and put it in. I'll give you a quick overview of the wiring. This is the main Hamilton power harness. We call this the main Hamilton power wire, and it will plug into the large slot on the Hamilton upgrade kit. These 2 pigtails are going to grab factory wiring harnesses. We'll take the Subaru factory male, we'll plug it into the Hamilton female, and we'll leave the Hamilton males to go into the back of the factory radio. You can see it looks just like it would originally, almost. Now we have 2 additional harnesses. This is going to be your wireless antenna. It's for wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. If you want to use those features, you need to install it. It'll plug onto the back of the Hamilton upgrade kit, and you can simply add it anywhere up here or anywhere where it fits. It'll have plenty of reception for the whole vehicle. It's best to keep it away from the metal radio if you can, but don't worry too much about it. We have here the USB accessory harness. This system is going to use all of your factory features, including your factory microphone and backup camera by default. You will not use any of these wires. This USB here is for your wired CarPlay, wired Android Auto, or for upgrading your device via USB. You can run it anywhere that is convenient. We're going to put it down probably somewhere under here near the passenger side. These will not be used, and this will plug into the Hamilton upgrade kit. Let's go ahead and plug everything in now. First, we're going to route the USB port. If you look in here, you'll see daylight at the bottom. You can reach on this panel, move it up and down, and you'll see that daylight. Take the USB. We're going to start by routing this USB down here. Just reach in and grab it with your fingers. You can see the channel we've routed it through right here. Now grab the factory head unit with one hand. You can support it. We recommend covering your center console with towels to protect it. We're going to go ahead and connect the wireless antenna as well as that USB accessory harness. And we will connect the main Hamilton power harness. These dip switches, like we mentioned earlier, do not touch these. We will preset these from the factory. Now we're going to take all of these other harnesses here. You can begin to maneuver the radio back into place. And we're simply going to reconnect everything as it was from the factory. So it might be a little challenging for you to see, but we're just going to replug in every single harness we removed originally. Everything will only fit in one way. This is like a big jigsaw puzzle. We usually tell folks that you certainly do not need to take a picture before you begin, as you will have our video and everything only fits in one way. But if you feel inclined to take a video, you can totally do so when you start. With everything reconnected, we'll take the radio, line it back up, snap it into place, making sure that the brackets line up. You want to make sure your harness is available down here for your climate control panel, up here for your hazards. Every port that was originally connected needs to be reconnected. Now we'll take this antenna and we'll locate some free space. You can route it down here is just fine. And you may consider using the sticky tape to tape it into place. We will now reinstall 1, 2, 3, 4 Phillips head screws. With those screws reinstalled, we can go ahead and reconnect to the climate control panel. We'll line it up, snap it into place. And we'll take the hazard light panel with the air vents. We'll reconnect to that one. We'll line it up. And gently snap it into place. We will now install these 2 lower Phillips head screws. And then we'll take this trim panel and we'll snap it into place. on the side here will position this USB port exactly where you'd like it. I'm going to put it between the seat. And just like that, the installation is complete. We've just installed the system here. When you boot up the vehicle, this is the Hamilton underlying operating system. This is where we control settings outside of CarPlay and Android Auto. Long holding the voice speech button on the steering wheel for 3 seconds cycles between the factory Subaru system and the Hamilton underlying operating system. Go ahead and pull out your iPhone. We'll go Settings, Bluetooth. Then you're going to scroll all the way down until you see a new Bluetooth device starting with Hamilton. Then click on it. You're going to have a couple prompts that pop up on your phone. First, a pairing code. When it shows, click Pair. Allow to Contacts and Favorites. And when you get a prompt that says Use CarPlay, click Use CarPlay. And if you'll wait a few seconds, CarPlay will automatically appear on the screen. We're not finished yet, however. Your phone is going to stream CarPlay automatically through to the Hamilton device, and it will show here on the screen. Audio is going to play from CarPlay through your factory speakers via the aux mode. So we need to long hold that voice speech button and ensure that your factory system is set to aux mode. You can do that by clicking Source, coming over and clicking aux. Anytime that you want to be playing audio through CarPlay, you want to be in that aux mode. We have North Carolina-based tech support, and this system is backed by our 3-year warranty. We call it the Hamilton Guarantee. You can reach me or my team members, and we'll be happy to help you out. If you have questions before, during, or after your install, give us a call at 919-858-2890. I'll see you in the next video.